Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Well, Saturday, November the 29th, 2025. Looking at these three new Warhammer The Horus Heresy 118 scale action figure releases by Joy Toy. There are two Apothecaries, two Sons of Horus, one Imperial Fist. So let's look at the Apothecaries first. Start with the Imperial Fist one. Look at the box. Looks pretty cool. Quite like that. Again, what we see on the box is normally better than what we see on the side because this is the best one they choose for paintwork, etc. to make it look good. On the back looks quite nice. That green looks particularly good on the backpack. A nice looking figure. Apothecary number 2, the Sons of Horus one, which I prefer because it's got a beaky helmet. Oh yeah. Looks really nice again. Basically the same figure, but obviously a lot of differences, but it does look nice. Very cool. And then lastly, we have Sons of Horus Legion Champion. And I'm loving that helmet. That helmet looks really cool. Looks very nice. It appears to have a Darth Vader-ish unhelmeted head there as well. Okay, I'm going to box them, set them up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. And here they are, three nice releases. I'm really liking that helmeted head on the Legion Champion, Sons of Horus Legion Champion. Very, very cool. Okay, accessories. The Apothecaries both come with opposite to standard hands. They come with a... I'm telling a lie there. They both come with different hands. So they both come with right gripping, also right hand trigger and fist, but no left hand replacements because that one is molded onto the handle. They all come with a clear round plastic base. Interestingly enough, on the Apothecaries, there's a new way of putting it in the box. It's actually molded, a section molded into the plastic case with a round part can fit. Whereas the other one, the Legion Champion and all the other releases, that round plastic base has been sort of loose in the box. We come over to the Legion Champion, the accessories. So he comes with 3 pairs of additional hands. He comes standard right trigger, left gripping. Comes with the opposite for pair 1, which is left trigger, right gripping. He comes open hands for pair 2, and pair 3 is fists. He also comes with the unhelmeted head, which we'll look at. Yeah, which is pretty cool. Needs a bit of dry brushing and paintwork, but does look quite nice. If you're not done so already, consider joining the Patreon, link in the top right of the screen now. You're going to see all the videos before they're published on YouTube, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws from time to time too. It's free for 7 days, might as well check it out. Okay, let's have a look at Apothecaries. Close look. Let's bring in the Imperial Fist one. He does look better than the Sons of Horus one. The Sons of Horus one is like that beaky helmet. And, you know, done a good job on this yellow with the shading. Looks nice. And because they painted these, not that they are nodules, I guess. It sort of makes it stand out more, not just a plain colour. Loving the blood splatter we got going on. Again, that green doesn't look quite as good on the actual figs it did in the box, but it still looks good, breaking up that darker drab colours on the black there. And I'll do like that hand guard on the chainsaw. Nice. Let's go for our Sons of Horus one. Again, same sword, pretty much the same figure. Blood splatter again. If you were to do some of his face, I think, again on the splatter there. That same green there. Nice looking figure. Then finally, let's get a close look at our Sons of Horus Legion Champion, who is the best looking of the bunch. And something really, really cool they've done with him. This sword, they've gone back to being a complete sword that fits in the sheath, the scabbard, as opposed to just the handle that pops in, which I've done a lot of times. So that's really nice. Look at that sword in a second. It's got some paintwork that needs a lot more done still, but it does look the part. Very, very nice looking indeed. So the sword is very cool. Okay, so for articulation, we'll look at one of the Apothecaries. Actually, we'll look at both, but only for one thing on both. And then we'll look at the Legion Champion. So I'll bring in the Imperial Fist one first. And he's got the nozzles, I think, yeah. The nozzles move on the backpack, we can see there. And nothing else in that backpack moves. If we bring in our Sons of Horus one, this part turns and this part turns, and his nozzles turn too. And then for his shoulders, we should have that really nice shoulder roll they've got. The arms will go all the way around, and his elbow part is popped off, you can see there. Let's make that nice there. It is the articulated pauldron, so his arm can get approaching 90, not quite. Bicep bend, depending where the pauldron is articulated, largely. Get out of the way. He's getting about 90, which is good, but you know, we expect more from their double elbow joints. We just quickly push that elbow. I'll call it pad, but elbow armor back on, hopefully it will stay. And then this hand does nothing, I don't think, and this hand is the regular ball, so we get the turn moving in all directions. Separating the trunk on this one is going to be 9 possible, because that's one piece of white plastic going to there. But well, maybe you can get forwards, backwards. This is waist and trunk. Forwards, backwards, side to side, and you can turn. Hips, not so far. Forwards, not great. Backwards, yeah. So the legs going out to the side now. The legs aren't great on the hips. Thigh turn is good. Double kneecap, but gets 90 degrees. And his foot, we know, is going to be good. Very stiff. Left, right, swivel. Small tippy toe, small dorsiflexation, and he's got a nice stiff toe articulation too. Very, very cool. With the Imperial Fist, you can separate the trunk to get separate articulation and the waist separate as well. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's go to the Legion Champion. Actually, this looks amazing. Looks really, really good. They got the dark inking going around. You can see some of the edges there, but needs the highlighting. So articulation. I'll keep his weapons in. Nothing on the backpack that I see there is. I do like that backpack. I didn't show the head in these guys. Let me just come up to these quickly. So head, left, right, forwards, backwards, and can turn. And what dropped off in him? His grenades dropped off, I think. Is it? Yeah. No, not the grenade. It's the little pouch on the back. That back in. Just a little simple push. You can glue them if you want, but they're okay. They normally stay okay. That one's a little bit loose. Okay, so Sons of Horus's head. That's fine. That's small, and turn is fine. And yeah, next one dropped off, which again is just that little push in. If you are going to have them displayed, or if you are going to play them rather, it may be an idea to glue them, but bear in mind you glue them, you ain't going to get that articulation where they can move inside that ball socket they're in. Okay, so back to our Legion Champion. Left, side to side is good. Turning, a bit stiff, but can do it. Forwards, backs is pretty good. The cloak might impede the shoulders. Have a look. So do this side. Shoulder roll appeared to be impeded. The popped off there. The articulation coming down. Why have they done the ball downwards and not upwards? That makes zero. Joy toy. The pauldron coming down popped out, as you can see. I'm trying to pop it back in. Now, I don't articulate it without, because that will give a false impression of his articulation. Make it far better without it than with it, obviously. Okay, let's try now. Okay, that's in. Let's keep his backpack off. So the pauldron does come down, but don't ping off this time. And you're going to get not great on the arm. I don't want to do more next. I'm pretty sure that pauldron will pop off again, which is a shame. And you don't want to glue it into there because it needs to move around for the articulation. That's a bit of a pity. Bicep bend, he should get slightly over 90. He can get more than that, I think, so. And the pauldron gets in the way, so that's okay. The wrist is as normal. Trunk, hard to separate because this part here. So I'll do trunk and waist together. Backwards is great, forwards is alright, side to side is okay, turns good. Hips, again the fight armor is really restricting the outwards on the hips. Again, same with the forwards and the backwards, not great on the forwards and backwards. Thigh twist is good, double kneecap, he's going to get tighter than the other guys though, I think. Slightly over 90 degrees, that's pretty cool, and it's not ugly, which is nice. That's also the first time I believe we've seen this kneecap on their figures. And the feet will be the same. We've got the turn, we've got the swivel, we've got the tippy toe. Oh, it's different. Ah, look, the joint is now, I hope you can see that, a big plastic double joint, not the smaller metal one. Interesting. We've got a tippy toe and we've got toe articulation, but this is way too loose to really support his weight on this foot anyway. So articulation, you know, for big bulky figures is not bad. And I've said it before in other videos, what Jewelry has done very well in their recent releases of 40k and the Horus Heresy, Warhammer The Horus Heresy, is the resistance, the malleability of the plastic on the hands, the fingers. It's malleable, so you can open, put the weapon in, and you don't feel like it's going to break. Also, it's tight enough where it can actually hold the weapon. So they are one of the best companies for doing that on these particular figures, and some of the other lines not as good. Okay, so height next. So the box is safe, the Apothecaries, they're both 12.2 cm, presumably the top of the heads. And for the Legion Champions at 12.5, and he is taller, so that should be the top of the head again. But he looks, they're both, or rather, all three look bigger than their stated heights. So let's get him straight. Let's get a look. So this one here, yeah, top of his head is more on top. His top of his head is just about 13 cm, which is about 5¼ inches, or approaching 5¼ inches. We take that back. 5 1/8 maybe inches. This guy is slightly smaller. He's just under 13 cm, so he's about 5 inches. And this one, top of his head, not top of the spike, is about 13 1/2, approaching. It's about 5¼ inches. Top of the spike makes him bigger again. Let's do a couple of comparisons. Put some space there first. Let's put our champion there. There's a Apothecary here. So I'll use Tactical Squad, Imperial Fist, no backpack on him. Stick him there. And you can see that he's not got these sort of rivet bolt nodule things painted this one has. It makes a real big difference. But they do look good together. Then this is a Tactical Squad Sons of Horus, which looks nice, but because there's nothing to break up that blue on the armour, it does look a bit bland. Whereas you look at the champion and also the Imperial Fist having these parts on, it does break it up. Nice looking figures. I'm going to add to your display, the shelf presence you have in your display. I think they look good. I'm tempted to keep the champion, not so much the Apothecaries, but we will see. Okay, this is Awesome Match Toys signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe. I will see you in another video soon, and do check out the Patreon if you get time. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.